organized within the framework of the school system, problems may not occur. I'm not seeing any problems coming up, really. So that, Mr. Mendy, I think that is basically the whole issue. That things are done outside. People who feel that they are promoters and they can make wealth out of the children.
Okay.
And schools should be aware.
Okay. Mr. Babujom, welcome to this panel.
Thank you, Mr. Mendy.
Mr. Babujom is the chairperson of the Parents Teachers Association, Apple Tree Senior Secondary School, right?
Yes.
Or junior secondary school?
Both.
Both. What is your advice? Here you're wearing the cap of what appearance. What's your advice to students as far as these activities we just spoke about are concerned?
Thank you, viewers. Thank you, Mr. Mendy, for giving me the opportunity to participate in this program. My first advice would be, discipline is the first law of heaven. Discipline is the first law of heaven. And without discipline, forget it. There is nothing on earth that will work without discipline. And discipline starts from the home. Discipline starts from the house. And here it is the entire responsibility of the parent to inculcate good discipline in your children. In your children. It is the home that builds the child before the child goes to school. And the time the child spends at home, the child doesn't spend that with the teacher. So we parents must try to sensitize our children. We must try to show them the right path. All the problems in society emanate from indiscipline, which starts from the house. It's very sad now that we try to blame the teachers and try to blame society or even call government to come and intervene, when it is the responsibility of the parent at the home level. Like you said, these programs are organized without the teachers knowing, without the schools knowing, but they are held in compounds sometimes, or in areas where within the community. Why is the community quiet about it? What are we doing as responsible citizens and parents? We should not allow it. And for example, if my daughter or my son is saying they're going for sports, I expect you to leave at a certain time, and I expect you to be back in my house at a certain time, which I should monitor as a parent. No sports go beyond 8 o'clock, I think.
No.
If I don't see you by 8:30, you have to tell me where you are. But if the parent also don't care, you have that laissez-faire attitude where you don't even monitor, where you don't follow up, where you don't want to know where your child is or what he or she is doing. They tell you they're going for inter-house, they end up coming into the house 1 a.m., 2 a.m., 3 a.m. Where were they? Did you find out? You don't ask questions. This is also a problem in the society.
Okay. Mr. Cham, are you also concerned about dress code during these events?
More than concerned, Mr. Mendy. You don't expect a young man coming to an event, a sports program, where you will have so many people, the crowd is big, and you expect that your trouser is just below your butt, which is a cause of concern now.
And the girls?
The girls do the same, and in fact have very short dresses, which is also more than cause for concern. I know some parents may not know what is happening, because whatever you do, they try to beat your system of monitoring. They may put in certain things or maybe leave certain things somewhere, their addresses somewhere, and they put these things on, simple things on for you to see them, and then when they go out, they change. This is the smart way of students or people doing things now.
They will always try to beat the system.
They will always try to beat the system.
So what's your advice to them?
My advice to them is that good citizens, very good citizens, don't behave this way. From top to bottom, you should be neatly dressed. Your dress should be accepted by everyone, and at the same time, the way you move, the way you do everything, people should cherish you. People should really look at you to say, "Oh, this boy is handsome. Oh, this girl is handsome." she dressed well, she's behaving well, this boy, he's mannered, things like that is what we are calling for. That's what we are calling for.
What's your own version on dress code?
Dress code is as important as discipline. It's part of discipline. And we have two main religions in this country, which is you are either a Muslim or you are a Christian. Go to any church or any mosque and you see the way people dress. It's different from the way we dress in the streets. The man said the parents are sometimes the children beat the system. Okay, they do beat the system, but we are not also doing enough as parents. Sometimes, how many parents will search the bag of their children before they leave the house? How many parents will just go to an activity where your child tell you he's going and just unannounced and go and see what is happening there? That is also helping us. If you tell me you're going for inter-house sports, I may wait until a certain time, then I just drive in there and see what is happening. So and the way you left the house, if I see you in another form, that is one way of discovering. But the problem is monitoring. The children are not monitored properly, and they're having a lot of room to maneuver. You see, if the child is idle, in every idle mind is the dwelling home of the devil.
Precisely.
If the children are not occupied, if the children are not monitored, they always will do something. That is natural. The child that is busy and engaged throughout will not have time for indiscipline. Look at the homes where the children are brought up from. You have a schedule from the time you get up from bed until the time you're going to bed. When will you have time to be in discipline? You will not.
Precisely.
But if you are a child that is not just controlled, you do things, you have all the time in the world, then you can do anything. But I am saying again that parents must take up their responsibilities. Parents must find time to follow their children. Parents must find time to know what the children are doing and to get close to them so that you can talk to them. Some parents also don't even discuss with their children.
Okay.
We live in a day, there are things if you don't tell your child, he will learn it already. Okay. They are faster than us.
Precisely.
The technology now, the internets, the Googles and all these things, they know all these things.
Okay.
So there are things you should even discuss with them. Don't leave them to the media or to technology to teach them certain things.
Okay.
As parents, we have a responsibility.
Thank you.
And God will ask us, what did we do about that?
Precisely. Yes.
Yes. Thank you very much. I just want to qualify, or maybe consolidate the statements made by Mr. John, my very own father. Now, it's the same. It's exactly the way it happens, because taking from where he stops when he said mostly activities for students will end by 8 p.m. at most. Now, some of them are starting 11. Some of these activities that some people organize starts at 11 and going upward.
You mean after the sports?
Like this one. Look at the time. This is 11.
Show it there.
This is 11. And look at the name of schools. And the principals of these schools are saying they are never informed.
What are the school spends on where?
The schools are Glory Baptist, Deeper Life, Gambia High, Ndaus, SOS, Daddy Job, St. Joseph's. You just name schools.
And the principals are saying what?
The principals said they are they are not aware of this. They are not aware. And look at the time. This is 11. You expect students to go to night programs starting 11? And what time are you expecting them to go back home? And like he said, when they reach home, they must spend the night in their homes. It is the parents that open the doors for them to enter and sleep very well. So this is where the role of parents comes. So I think the issue is just a multi-dimensional issue, that every party must be ready to play your part very well. In the bit we will be able to, solve the problem as time goes on. Yes, that's the issue.
Wow. You talk about the finals of these athletic school sports taking place in Farafenni. Why?
It's Farafenni this time because our usual main stadium is not yet ready with the tracks. So we are doing it in Farafenni, and I'm sure it will work very well because the fourth regional championship was held last week in Farafenni. I was there, and many experts in athletics were there looking at the grounds, working on the grounds. And we know that Farafenni will do it and we will do a lot.
Okay, signals are indicating time is on our side. Your final last word on this episode on what student behavior during the secondary school sport. Final word.